In the Bible, there was a land called Cush, a land beyond the rivers of Egypt, a land of ancient kings and golden sands. Today, that land is called Sudan, once a cradle of civilizations, now a graveyard of its own people. As the world looks away, Sudan bleeds, quietly, endlessly. Millions are starving, thousands are dying, and cities lie in ruins. This is the forgotten war in the land of Cush. Sudan lies in northeastern Africa, south of Egypt, along the great river Nile, a vast land of deserts, pyramids, and deeply spiritual people. But behind its beauty hides one of the worst humanitarian crises on earth. Since April 2023, Sudan has been torn apart by a brutal civil war. A war between two generals, both claiming power, neither showing mercy. Over 10 million people have been displaced. The United Nations calls it the world's largest displacement crisis. And yet, few outside Africa even know it's happening. In the book of Genesis, we read, the sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Cush, believed to be the ancestor of the peoples living in modern Sudan and Nubia. The prophet Isaiah wrote, "Woe to the land of whirring wings beyond the rivers of Cush." And in Psalm 68, verse 31, Cush will soon stretch out her hands to God. These verses spoke of a distant people, forgotten by empires, yet known by God. Today, that same land, Sudan, cries again. The prophecy of Cush lives on, not in glory, but in suffering. The war began as a struggle for power. On one side, it was the Sudanese armed forces, led by General Burhan. On the other, the Rapid Support Forces, led by General Hemeti. Once allies, now enemies, both claiming to protect the nation, both leaving it in ashes. Cities like Khartoum, Omdurman, and Darfur, all turned into battlefields. Hospitals bombed, women assaulted, children starving, entire villages wiped off the map. The world watches in silence, distracted by other wars, other headlines. The United Nations warns, Sudan faces the largest hunger crisis on earth, but no one is sending help fast enough. When we look at Sudan, we don't just see a war, we see the ancient land of Cush crying once more to heaven. Once, Isaiah wrote that Cush would bring gifts to the Lord. Today, Cush brings not gold, but tears. Every drop of blood spilled in Sudan is a voice calling out for justice, for compassion, for remembrance. In a world so quick to move on, Sudan reminds us that some suffering still happens off camera. Perhaps this is the message hidden in prophecy, that every land once called by God still has a place in His story. Sudan is not forgotten, it is still written in the book of life. We cannot stop the bombs, but we can speak, we can remember. Every view, every share, every prayer is a voice for those who have none. If you believe every life matters, then Sudan deserves to be seen. This is not just another war. This is a land once mentioned in Scripture, a land that still cries out to the world, do not forget us. The story of Sudan is not over. It began in the Bible and continues today in the hearts of those who still believe in peace. Thank you for watching. Share this message. Let the world remember Sudan, for Cush will stretch out her hands to God. Psalm 68, verse 31.